Okay, let's see here. Grab that, grab that. um, all right, guys. Um, we are back in Fallout 4, and we have been. We just woke up. It is 5 o'clock in the morning, and we are currently back over here. So after playing around with this, I didn't really care for the way the brick walls were working. So I've actually gone in and found another setup completely. Um, Evening, Miss Dustbane. Okay.
Hey,
I've gone
boy.
in, found another setup. We're in Snappy Builds, and Snappy Builds has, where is it? Right there. Deco Kit. Now we're using this one, which allows us to use these types of walls. And we've also got different doorways, different actual walls. I wish I could find a wall that was like this, but on both sides. Have a wall that looked like this, but like that on both sides. I'm not sure I can do that. I might go up here and test this out. Let's go up here and store that and store that. Go back in here, see if we can bring this into match that. Jump over through the hole. Um, see how well this works. I think we can get this. Okay, that works really good. The reason I'm doing that is over here. Let's see, Deco Kit base. No, down here. Sorry. You have wallpapers. Um, that's the exterior. This interior. So the interior, you can actually come up and get. Whoop, there it is. You can get these to snap onto that. So instead of having that weird looking wall, now I have that wall. And then you come back around over here, come up through here. Now we have these walls on the inside. So what I can do is I can bring this type of wallpaper in if I want to, or we can even go, well, not that one. What is that? I can't see that very well. Looks pretty good. Let me see if I can actually find some clean. Okay, so that's one that I wanted to look at. So now we've got that in the bathroom. This is our small bathroom for our people. And because it takes up an entire block, of course, there's a little bit right there missing, so we can always take and move this at some point and even that up to where that's not showing. But see how it shows over here, because I moved this in. I wanted to give this as a bedroom right here, and this is their bathroom. So this is the settlers that will be living here. And this is going to wind up being a little reading room or whatever you want to call it. So to give them a decent little reading room, we want to look up something that's going to kind of help them relax a little bit. Does that help them relax, or does that just freak them out? I don't know. Let's see. No, that would kind of freak me out. I'm gonna be honest about that. That wallpaper would make me want to hurt myself. That's not too bad, and it matches the floor. So yeah, that would be a fairly decent little room. So I'm gonna take my snapping off, and then we're gonna move this ever so slightly this way. Well, then we're gonna move it back in. And then we have that covering that. So we got a little bit of extra room in here, which is good because I want to use some wallpaper to go against this. Although I am going to have to look and see if I can find some half walls that will match in here, because if I get some half walls to match, that's glass. I don't know that this one actually has any half walls. That's definitely not what I was looking for. It does have a half wall. Okay, so what we'll do, let's see. Yep, okay, hang on. Let's put that away, and let's put that away, and then we'll bring in our half wall. Is this okay? And it's on. Okay. Oh, it's off. Okay, snapping. So it's not going to snap there. It should actually snap. Hang on. It should actually snap right there, but it won't snap in here. It should snap there. Excellent. That's what we wanted. Now this one I'm not too worried about the surface snapping. If we can get this to, whoops, get this to go right here. How much? Okay, that'll be fine. And now we can actually use our wallpapers to cover. Ooh, what's going on here? Okay. So we can actually use the wallpapers to cover, let's see, what are we looking for? We're looking for tiles, I think. That's an ugly looking tile. Is that a tile? What is this? No, that's okay. Hey, Mr. Paul, how you doing? How's your weekend been, man? Okay, so that should snap onto that. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. And then this should also snap here, if I can get it to happen. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. Now the outside walls we can change as well. So I can just go back into that and I can look for, we might as well try to match the wallpaper here. That's not it. That's it. So look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, and then this one, I think we'll look for, what is this? That's a, I don't know, that's a, oh, that's like a textured wall feature. Hey, Mr. Damo, how you doing, brother? Okay, Mr. Paul, I appreciate it, man. You take care of yourself. I'm glad you've had a good weekend. Hope everything gets better for you, sir. Okay. So that's a textured wall piece. That looks pretty cool. Let me see how that looks. Actually, that doesn't look bad at all. That looks pretty good. So, oh, we have wall quarters. Interesting. Do we have wall? Do we have? I guess we don't. I guess we don't have the ones that would be other than that. No, thank you. Okay. So unfortunately, I'm not able to cover this bit here, but that's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Wait, do I have snapping on? Okay, let's turn the snapping off. Okay, the snapping is off, so can I grab this? And, well, okay, it's fine. We'll put that there, and then I'll grab that. Whoops. I'll grab that, move it, and then I'll grab the deco house. There we go. And now I'll put the snapping back on. We'll grab this, and that should attach right back to that, and it should attach right back to that one. So now we got our bathroom tile in here. We got it here and here. We got our little texture wall. I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, Mr. Paul, you have a great night, man. Appreciate you stopping in and supporting us. Always appreciate it, man. Okay, so now that's what this is going to look like. So we've got the walls set up on the inside, and this is a little sitting room. This is their bathroom. This is where a couple of beds will fit. And then we got these stairs out of the deco thing. We got a nice little wooden area here. This will be the entryway. This will be, there's going to be, I'm planning on, well, what we're going to do, as soon as I remember where it's at, I think it might be in here. No. Is it in Snappy? No. Is it in Homemaker? I forget. That's fixtures. Okay, so that's bathrooms. What is that? Oh, that's a shower. Okay, we're not that advanced yet. Okay, so we have stoves, toilets, sinks. Okay. Right. Bathroom stalls? No, we're not doing bathroom stalls. Let's look at, is it the, no, I don't think it's that one. I think it might be in USO. So we'll go into furniture. Tables, no. Decorations? No. Decorations? No. Okay. Hey, Miss Sky, how you doing? Okay, let's go into here. Let's go into appliances. And we should be able to get some stuff in here. Okay, that's a stove. Stove, washing machine. Yeah, we don't need those. We don't need the clean ones. Okay, there's some counters. It's a diner counter. Let's look at this one. Do we have one that's longer than that? Let's see here. Now that might work. It's a real shame that, I wonder. Okay, that's a little big. That's a kitchen counter though. We can use that right there, but have they never heard of counters that you use to, I don't know, maybe not. So we could put this in here, sort of like this. Have I got my, yeah, let's turn our snapping back on. See if we can get our snapping back on. Okay. So let's do that. Let's go back out here. This should snap in here, but it's not. That's fine. So let's put that there. Let me look at this, and we'll move this over a little bit. Right there. We'll move. Okay, so this is set up pretty good. So this go here. I'm trying to think because if I went from here to, what is this? Counters of wood. That's not a counter, is it? No. Well, maybe it is. Hold on. That's not a counter. That looks more like a desk to me, but okay. Now we could put something like this in. Bit of a curved feature. If it was cornered would be kind of cool. Not that one, not that one, not that one. But we could do something like this. But you can't eat off that. Hey, Mr. Stu, how you doing? Okay, so we're basically left with this type of counter. What is this? This is ceiling cabinets. Technically, we could put ceiling cabinets in, I guess. Might do those. I think we might do those. Well, why are you being painfully obvious here. This would give us extra storage space without having to freak out too much. That works out pretty good. And then I could put a little light under there so you can see down here. Now, let's go to the cabinets. Let's see. Let's look across here. That's a big old cabinet. It's a really big cabinet. Okay, nope. Sounds like I'm getting a radiation storm coming. Fantastic. Gotta love it. Now, if I were to put... So what if we were to put this here? Oh, I've got my snapping off? No, snapping's on. Object snapping's on. Interesting. Okay, so what if... No, I don't... But I don't want it to... So snapping's got to go back off, but we can put surface snapping back on. Surface snapping means that you should not go through the thing there now. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to make this look like it belongs here. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to do that the way I want to. Okay. Oh yeah, I think that matches. Let's move it back to there. That should match basically all the way through. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Well, good evening, Mr. Stu. Glad you could pop in. What is this? A diner. I don't think I want to do the diner thing. I don't know. If it was any other color except yellow, I might consider it. You know what I mean? Or if it's yellow. Okay, so we got that, we got that. What do we got? Cafe counters. That would be... Okay, that should be better. Like, I should have knocked that completely out. Okay. No, I think I'm buffering. I always buffer, it seems like, for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Are you done? Thank you. Okay. So we got that. All right, so what we need is... All right, so the counters look pretty good. Now I need to get some... Now I need to get like appliances. So let's get a stainless steel refrigerator in over here. Actually, let's put that there for the time being. And let's get a bare metal stove. Let's put this right up in... Are you serious? Okay. Get up off the floor. Okay, now we're going to put this in here. So it will mesh up right there. Yes, it's off the floor. No, I can't. I can't, wait. Maybe if I did this, this would make some sense if I do this. We're going to basically put a lower drawer in the bottom of this weird looking thing here. Can we do that? Can we make this look like that? No. Okay. Let me see if I can find something else that would, Okay, cabinets. I need to go cabinets. And we'll grab this one. Maybe that one. No, there's a short one somewhere, isn't there? I think so. Now, if we took this and dropped it down and put it right about, I'm stuck on something. That's nice. I like being stuck on things. We'll drop it down here. And that will give it the illusion of being raised up. Like so. And then we can take that. We move this over into here. Kind of put that right there. That looks pretty good. Bob, quit pushing. What are you doing, Bob? Bob, why are you in my way? Okay, somewhere about there, I think. Nope, we need a little bit more over. I want it to kind of sit right up in there, I think. Like that, and I want to come out just a tad. Okay, that's our little kitchenette set up. That should do it. Oh, nice, Miss Guy. That should work well. Okay, so seats. Well, here's some stools. Okay. So let's see here. What would look? Oh, probably should turn that back on. I don't want green, and I don't want to look like I'm in a. I don't know. I mean, we can kind of go for the whole shabby chic thing, I guess. There's only 2 of them here. Technically, I could skip that. Let's go to tables. And let's go to this. Let's see if I can make this work. We'll put that there. And then we'll turn it around and I'll see if I can make this. See if I can make this. Put that there. And then if we take this and we move it like so. Technically, that would be a nice little bar type setup. Like a little table setup, I guess. Take you, and then we'll take you and kind of fidget around a little bit because it takes 10 forevers to get this to work exactly the way I want it. Okay. And then we could put some... We need some chairs. Chairs, seats, chairs, chairs. Probably not that one. A fancy chair. Yeah, probably not going to get a fancy chair. But we could put this here. And then put it... I don't know, like 4 people could sit here if they really wanted to. At least 3 anyway. And then what I'll do is we'll pop back over to OC Decorator. No, OC Decorator requires me to actually have stuff that I don't have available. I think it does. Anyway, is it? Which one is it? Where's my other one? That's immersive. This is that one. Where's my other? There's another one. Creative Clutter. Where's it at? There it is. Okay, so let's clutter the room a little bit. Wait. Not crafting and vendors. I want to get some room stuff. Maybe, no, not kitchen. Living room, maybe? Tables and shelves. Let's look through here. No. What is that? No. So if we took this and put it, I think that's going to be a little close back there. But it is stairs, so technically it would work. That's too big. Is that too big? That is way too big. That's too big, but that's just about right. We can put that back there because these tables can be moved at any point. What's the living room clutter like? Okay, what are we doing here? This is a radio. Yeah, that's a thing. I guess we could put some paintings up or something. This is books. Okay, so let's go back to shelves. What is this? This is Institute coffee table. That's a table lamp. Interesting. Okay. But what I want to do is I want to see if I can find a seat. Let's see. Let me go into here. Let's go into seats, chairs. If I can find the chair I'm looking for a specific type of chair. None of those are it. Couches. I guess we could aim for a couch. What is this? This is an office couch. Doesn't look too bad, I guess. Put it out in the... not the best. That one doesn't look too bad. Alright, let's see if we can fit this into the window area. That would be a no. Okay. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. I need to find... Let's go in here. Look, furniture. Seating. Let's look at seating. Not the modulars. What about here? Oh boy. I got some couches. Got some chairs in here. That's the Dima chair. I don't think we want that one. That looks painful. What is it? Frickin' throne chair? Really? Okay, no. What about stools? Does this have better stools in it? Okay. That's an instant no. No, no. Benches. No, no. Okay. Custom seating? I really don't think we want yeah, that's not going to fit. That's a lot of them. Can we find, there, that looks, okay. I think that will work. Oh, we could do something like this. Would that fit? That would fit, technically. There's only so far I can kind of lift this up. And I need to put a rug under here. So let's move that out the way. What is that? That's a modular couch. So let's go back to the couches. What is this? That is an Institute bench. Bench. No, don't want any of that. No. Don't want that. Don't want that. Okay. So let's pick this up. Throw that away. Where's the decorations? Floor decorations. So we can find a rug to put over this. None of those. No, thank you. No. No. None of that. Let's see if we can... First of all, let's do that because that's starting to annoy me that I can't. No, I don't think that'll work. That would be kind of cool. Let's see if I can do this though. Whoops. Alright, so, yeah. Nope. Alright, let's try it this way then. We're going to try to put this over the top of the carpeted stuff. We'll lift that up a little bit more because the rug is actually going into the carpet. We don't like that very much. All right, and I don't think it's come out here. Nope, it hadn't come out through there. That's good. And that thing's not flickering anymore. What is this? That's carpet. Okay. Now let's see, what is this? This wall decorations. Okay. There's a specific type of furniture I'm looking for, and I can't seem to find it. How annoying is that? I guess technically we could put something like, if we could find some decent ones of this. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but if I put something underneath it, I'm gonna have to come up with something that okay, that's no. No, we don't want Institute couches. Do it yourself. What is this? Oh, I need freaking local leader for that. Screw that. Okay, so this, we can put the bookshelves in. Where will we put the bookshelves? Now I could put the bookshelf there, or I could actually make this, turn this around. This could technically be our pantry for our people. And then we'll flip that, and then we'll put another one back here. And that will have a pantry, and that will kind of give them a pantry. Let me see if I can't fix this. Bob, you're doing it again. Love the little robot, but me and Bob are definitely not on the same wavelength here. Come on, Bob. Work with me here, bruh. Work with me. How are we looking there? That's going to be slightly into the other one. Bob, you're in the middle of them, bro. What are you doing? Okay. I think that should work. No, it's still... And that's going into the wall over there. How are we doing here? That's still... Whoops. Let me move this that way. Let's move this way a little bit. That should do it, right? There we go. That's better. Okay, Mr. Stu, I'll look at doing that. Bob's in my way right now. My little bot right there. So we got that lifted. We got that where we want them. Because I want to kind of close that off because I want to make this like a little study area or something. Furniture. I don't want those. Don't I have furniture in here? I do. Okay. Let's look at chairs in here. Let's look at this one. How is that? What do you mean it's dog meat's couch? Really? Freaking dog meat. And he dog meat gets his own freaking couch. What? Okay, so kind of limited here on chairs, people. Okay. Well, we'll go over here. Look at furniture, seats. I don't think, I mean, technically we could put the airline seats in here. In Fallout 76? Whew. Hmm. Personally, I would recommend you put them in places where it is, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, what's, mm, okay, so me personally, I like to plant my stuff by the water, and I like to have the ability, because when you put it by water, that means you can put your water purifiers down, and you're going to need purified water. That's a given. You're going to need purified water. Um, so I have a tendency to put mine near water, mainly so I can have the purifiers in the water. So it also depends on whether you want to be more centralized in Fallout 76, like more centered in the map, or if you don't mind being on the edge, if you know what I mean. Um, so it's kind of I need to ask you questions so that I can kind of get a better idea of what you might like in sort of, therefore you'd be more capable of me giving you an idea, because there are several, yes, several is the word I was looking for. There are several streams running through. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's a freaking settlement. Anyway, um, several streams running through the middle of Fallout 76's map. You could, I don't think we want to wreck weapons rack. Um, Floor coverings, lights, signs, flags, wall decorations. Okay. Posters. I like posters. Um, Advertisements, entertainment. There we go. Okay, so if you want near water, there are ponds out there that aren't on the map that you can come across. Um, so you may want to wait until you're able to find them. There's, I think, three streams, I think it is, that's running somewhere through. Well, okay, here's the thing, Miss Sky. Remember one thing. There are certain places that you can fast travel that cost you nothing. So even if you have to fast travel to the other side of the map, one of the places that you can fast travel to for free is the White Springs Resort. You can also fast travel to Vault 76 for nothing. Um, and I know there's some more. Damien probably would know better. I can't look in the game. I could show you, but I can't tell you off the top of my head. I do know those two are free travel points. Hang on a minute. Guys, give me a second. I gotta go take care of something. I'll be back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Um, right. Let's see here. We could do, all right, hang on. We can do Silver Shroud there. Kind of brighten the room up a little bit. We can do the Unstoppable, say about there. What's this? Oh, Night of the Fishman's Revenge. Why not? Thank you very much. Like I said, sorry about that. There was a little bit of a, what can I say? There was a little bit of a confusion in regards to. Oof, I don't think we'll be putting any of those up, but I don't think we'll put those up. Wow, lots of decorations. Well, the Nuka Girl doesn't go in here. This is for them. This isn't for me. Let's see. Yes, we'll put up the clock right there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now, what else have we got? Well, posters will be fine. No, we're not doing that. Not doing that. Let's see, lights. Now we could put a little. Oh, that's the one that hangs from the top. Okay. All right, we're not going to do that right now. I thought they had. Anyway. I don't remember if I have or not, Mr. Stu. I'll be honest with you. Okay, so I think under Creative Clutter I might have some light. No, which one is it under? Is it maybe it's here under? Well, no, it's under. I think it's under Decoration. I think it's under Candles. There we go, Candles. So we could put candles in here if we wanted to. We could put little things like that. There's also that. Those. I think. Is it here? No, I think it's under. I thought Creative Clutter had that. Lights and power. That's not very bright, is it? No. No. No, 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 no. Thank you. Fireplaces. I don't think we'll install any. Well, I mean, I guess we could, but maybe later. Okay. So I think there's one more. Decorations. Floor coverings, no. I think it must be in this one. Not that one. Maybe it's an SOE pack. Alright, anyway. I'll have lights in here. We'll deal with that later. Alright, so for now, we've got our chairs set up. We'll get some books in here. I think we can do, I think it's Creative Clutter. That we can go into the rooms and the living rooms and the, I thought this had shelves in it. That's a display case. We might put a display case up. Could have swore. Wait, was it here? There it is. That's the one. That's one of them. We can put this in here if we wanted to. Okay, Mr. Stu, appreciate it. All right, let me grab this bookcase. I want to put this in here. This is going to be for this side. I'll do something with this side for pantry stuff shortly. Okay, so you're not wanting to be there. And that should do you right there. Excellent, excellent. But I can put food and stuff on that later and out on the counter. And we'll have, I covered this with some parquet tiling that I found. What is this? What is that? It's an ottoman. Yeah, those are way too fancy for here. Now the sitting room, I bet you could use a couple of these. What better to have than a nice little rocking chair? Put right there. Another one right about there. What is this? Art Deco bench. What is this? That's a post-war. We could always put that right there. That's close enough. And then we can go back into, where was it? Toys and games. No, not the cars. No. Was it in I thought it was in Creative Clutter. Where was the other one? Let's see here. I thought there were some books. Yes, books. And then we'll grab, actually we'll grab that. This will work on there. It should. All right. Well, since you don't want to work with me here, I will fix you. So we'll do that. Okay. Somebody having a cigar. Put that there, and then I think we have some books around here somewhere, I thought. There it is. A little book stack. We'll grab this little book stack, I think. I think we can actually make that fit. Maybe not. Okay, it's fine. So that's nice. Actually, we need to move that over a little bit. Put that there. That looks pretty good. I'll put some stuff in here to make that better. Okay, then we need to go to bathrooms. Bathroom clutter. What is this? This is soap bin. Put this down here, I think. Oh, that was a little too far there, Grizz. Okay, and we'll just pop that right about there. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's toothpaste. Oh, well, we'll need some toothpaste in here. That's for sure. So we'll pop that in right there. Don't need that. What is this? You know? No, I don't think so. Let's see, what do we got here? No. Bathroom clutter. Okay, so we can use some towel racks. Where are the towel racks? There's the towel rack. We want that towel rack. Actually, we need the double towel rack, I think. Come on, you can fit in here. I promise you. You can. There you go. Look at you go. Boy, oh boy. All right, and then we need We need, what is that? No, we don't need that. What is this? I don't know. Seriously? They're slippers? Oh, wow. Okay. I wasn't aware of that. I don't think, okay, no. Yeah, we could put this sort of, actually, we put this sort of out here. Like that. And then the hanging little towel rack thing, I think we'll put over here. Let's see. I thought there was a shelf or something. That's a shelf, but I thought there was a different shelf. Tables and shelves. Here we go. There's a shelf. That's what I was looking for. That one's a little too big to go there. Too big to go there. What is this? But we can, I think maybe, no, we can't put it there. We'd have to go against this wall, but we can't do that. It's way too big. However, we can do this. This will be the setup. So they can grab their stuff before they go in there. They got their towels and reading materials and all that nifty stuff before they come in here. All right. What is this? Oh, there's a hamper. We can always put the hamper in here somewhere. I think we'll put it right there. That'll work. No, I don't think so. And then the bathroom fixtures. Well, really? I can put bath water in? Amazing. Oh, I even have a bathtub. Wow. Whoops. Let me go back up here. That would be kind of cool, but I don't think so. There's a sink. I didn't even know I had these options, guys. I'll be honest with you. I was like, wait, what? Holy doodly, that's a big one. And sure. All right, so now we need to go to bedrooms. We need to go to furniture. Let's go to homemaker. And then we'll go to furniture here. And we need to get beds. Now this bunk bed counts as 2 beds, but the NPCs won't use them. So I think we will look at going. Will 2 people use that bed or just 1? That would be the question. Because, whoops. I think only with just 1. So I think we might wind up going with a couple of little bunk beds similar to this. I mean, it's a hospital bed, but, you know. Right, right. I do have it, obviously. I just haven't been all the way through it with all the stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Okay, so I think we'll do this because with this, I mean, I'd love to be able to like put bunk beds in here because that would give us a lot more room to play around. Because as you can tell, I don't have a whole lot of room in here to mess around with. Apparently you do not want to go there. Got it. Understood. You'll go there then. And then we'll move that one a little bit. I think we'll put us a little table maybe? No. Yeah, I think we'll put us no, I think we'll put us a little table like that. Okay, so I've got 5 now. That's good. Because I have one of these beds currently over there somewhere for me to sleep in. All right, let's go back to creative clutter and let's look at rooms. Let's look at bedrooms. Let's see here. I think we will put. Can we put this in here somewhere? I'd like to be able to put this in here somewhere. I don't think we'll have room because we'd have to put it there. And we just don't have the room for it because we have that and that. I could get rid of that. I could move this into here. Or even over there. Let's move that. Let's get rid of that. And that. Then move this in here. Or kind of right here. That still gives you room to get to here. To do what you're going to do. To shower. Okay. And then we'll go back to here. And we'll look at getting in between these two beds. And then we can put this up in the corner. Okay. Oh. There we go. That looks good, I think. Move that a little bit. That gives us a little room over there. Let's go back to bathrooms real quick. Grab the hamper. I think we'll throw the hamper right here. I don't need you outside. I need you right about there. What is that? Why is that? Okay. Okay. Alright, so now that we've got that, I need to go back to the bedroom. Go back into here. And I think we have... Yeah, we have a creative clutter type thing right here. Or we can do that. That looks pretty cool. So we'll move that out. And we'll put this in. If it'll let me. Okay, let me move up. And I'm going to back that up against the wall a little bit. Okay. What is that? Oh, that's a shelf. Okay, okay. What else have we got in here? I need... What is this? Vault Naughty bedroom. Let's skip over on that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them a couple of little pieces of gear right here. Storage areas. Like so. Wish they had more than one. Yeah, I think because they've only got the one, I think we'll go back out and... What is this? Oh, what is that? That darn near fits in the same spot that does. It does. Look at that, guys. Why don't we put that there and then remove that one? That doesn't look too bad. And it doesn't... Yeah, okay. That'll work. And then we'll remove that one. And then we'll go back to this. And, okay. And our beds are still the same. Whoops. Beds are still the same. That one's almost into the wall, but that gives us just enough room to put it right there between there. And then if we look for storage containers, let's look for storage containers real quick. Wait, no, it's in here, right? Yeah, containers. If I could find a couple, well, first of all, I want to put a stim pack thingy right on the, wait, why are you not cooperating? Okay. I want to put that on here. Bob, you're in the way, bro. You are in the way, Bob. Okay. I'm getting there, Miss Dust Bunny. Give me just a second. Okay. Then I want to put a couple of foot lockers down. Wait, is that? Yeah, okay. I want to put a couple of foot lockers just shoved up under the bed like that. So, I mean, granted, you know, this is not the military here, but, you know, we're wanting to give them as much storage as possible, basically. So they got a little dresser there. Oh, that sounds good, Mr. Stu. And then we got a couple of those. I mean, they are settlers, so obviously, you know. Okay, so I think we've got everything except power in here at the moment. Obviously, I'll come back in here and I'll mess around with more of this later. For now, um, we're gonna have. I'm gonna have to come out here, get rid of that. This is our first full build on this, so we've got plenty of that. And now, as you can tell, we have we have some awnings out here so that people can walk. I'm going to build a little walkway through here. I'm still deciding on what type of walkway, but as you can see, you can go up here. Obviously, the bathroom doesn't have any windows, but you have windows here that you can look out of. Hang on, let me do this. As you can see, you can look out, see the satellites over there where the super mutants are, right over there. We'll get some light in here and light this place up a little bit at some point in the near future. Right now, I don't want to put any power down. I don't want to touch anything right now. I'm just building. Okay, so we're going to eat and drink because we are playing in survival. Let's grab that. Yep, cool. We'll go and do a sleep over here because there's 2 beds in there. There's 2 beds in the little shack here. What was that? Oh, hey, dog. How you doing, buddy? And we will sleep for 8. Now, I have to go in and I have to find a couple of things. So I've basically laid out what this is going to look like. This solid area back here. Oops. Obviously, the linoleum is going to change. I put this down as a placeholder, so to speak, just so I kind of knew what I was doing or where I was going with it. This will, let's see, there's going to be a wall here. So that's going to be the next townhouse. Then there'll be another wall here, right here. So there'll be 2. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8 here, because there'll be another wall here. And then, let's see, that is, yep. And then there'll be another townhouse here and another townhouse. So it'll be this spot and this spot. So that'll be, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, somewhere over there. This area here I'm still deciding on. I haven't made up my mind yet. And then we're going to have to flip over here and basically do the same thing that we did here. Except I don't know if we're going to go 2 high or 1 high. I'm not sure how I'm going to pull that off. I'm still thinking it through.
Buddy.
And I'm not sure if we're going to keep this angle here either, because I may have to create more townhouses because I'm going to have 20 settlers here at least. That means I need room for 20 settlers. And with the 14 or whatever it is here, I think it's 14 here, and this would bring it up to 18. So I may have to use up these last 2 slots here, build out, so that I can get all of the housing in.
How you doing, buddy?
And then we're going to start our markets. So next thing I want to do, so I've got the base down. This is how it's going to be built. We'll have each of these, each one of them will have a little window seat. Because like this one, that doorway goes with that one goes with that one goes with the next one, so on and so on.
Hey, boy.
So over here on these hills, now see, I thought I was going to put something here, but if I'm going to run more stuff this way, then that's going to take up this area right here. But this area right here, this is something I need to do something with, because that's not going to come all as far out as this. Although I am considering doing something different. I'm thinking about maybe bringing this out, because this will be housing. Now I do have, where is it? Where is it in here? No. Is it in Snappy Builds? No, I don't think it is. Might be in here. I think it might be under decoration. Landscaping. So we have some landscaping stuff. And we have rock. Like we have these rocks. But I also have another one somewhere. Is it in here? I think it's these blocks. I have some blocks somewhere. Hang on. Is it? Wait. I think it might be this one. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now this is what is classified as Big Dig Gravel. This is a landscape mod. It's called Grounded. Basically, this is a gravel path. So I can take this, put it down here, and instead of having just whatever this is right here, I can move it around, get it in the right spot, something. But yeah, so it's an interesting, it's a very interesting, yes ma'am, saving. It's an interesting concept. I'm not really sure how well it's going to work out. But in saying that, you have different, sort of different, like pre-concrete, like a pre-war concrete road. So that would be really nice. And the sidewalks, you got dirt, all kinds of stuff. Sanctuary sidewalks. Again, concrete road. So basically, though, I would have to level this place out. And I'm not sure if I actually have the amount of concrete required to do all that, to be honest. But this is a green lawn. Now, granted, I can't really do much of anything with it up here unless I raise it up. So I could raise it up, but, you know, how high would I have to bring it to get above the grass? So here you go. That's where I'd have to bring it to get up above the grass. And then how far out would I need to come and all that. So I'm still working that out. And it's all concrete based. So that's fun. You also have these little doohickeys here, which I find rather interesting. Like the arbor. You have an arbor with a wall and a roof made of grass. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. You even have full buildings with grass-made roofs on them. That's interesting. You've got cave stuff, like floors, walls, cave stuff. Like, I don't know when I'm going to build a cave, but you know, there it is, decor. So we got the sidewalks. We even had the sidewalk curbs, which is kind of nice. Boulders, big boulders too, not little ones. Big stuff. I think that's kind of cool. Like you could almost flatten this out with this. That would be kind of cool. More bigger stuff. Like the interior of it is empty, but it's the top. So like if I put this down, I walk on it. No issues whatsoever. There you go. I think that's really freaking cool. And it covers up the grass as well. So that's pretty cool too. Uh, dirt mounds. See, now that would be kind of cool to kind of like maybe level out some areas, or even, you know, sort of bring in between or get around this. Um, so it's interesting. Glowing sea ash. I don't think I need that. We don't want any of the grass mounds. These are interesting. Mud mound. I mean, there's so much in this freaking grounded mod. It's not even funny. So that's a mound of rocks. Holy crap. My settlers are going to be quite okay, I think. I think we've got plenty of stuff between the buildings because each one's going to have a bathroom, each one's going to have a shower, each one's going to have a kitchen. We're actually going to be adding in a small recreation area, so to speak. So, like, I put this tree up over here. I cleared out this pond and put this tree up over here. So, I'm going to build something similar to this, like where the top of these mounds are. I'm going to build sort of like a little oasis area around it. So I'm going to have trees here. Oh, very good, Mr. Stu, very good. So I'm going to have like trees here. I think I want to remove this rock. Yeah, we could use the concrete. But first I've got to get this functioning. And then I've got to come over here and I've got to see about, I'm thinking I'm going to put a greenhouse in here somewhere. I don't know whether I want to put the greenhouse here, because if I put the greenhouse here, that would resolve some issues in regards to having to put this stuff, like doing something with this. And then I can move this, and then we'd have a nice flat area right here to kind of mess around with. Now I can actually, use this as another little oasis area for trees and stuff. I can't take this out because if you look, there's an NPC sit on the ground here. There's an NPC sit on the ground here. So there's a couple of those. So if I mess up this, what's going to happen is that's going to mess up where the caravans come in and sit around this here. Now this cooking station can go. I haven't found any other spots for where people will sit, and this will have to go somewhere. I don't know where, but for right now it's sitting right there. And we're going to have to get rid of the shack, but I got to build them other quarters to do that. Okay, so maybe a greenhouse, I think. Let's see. What mod would I need for the greenhouse? Was it in... Did we have one in... I think we had one in Snappy Builds, didn't we? I think we had a greenhouse in Snappy Builds. No, we don't. Okay, cool. Then where was it? I don't know. Maybe it was in here? No. There's a greenhouse location somewhere. Well, that's cool. A pyramid. I don't know. I don't know how well I do with a pyramid, I'll be honest with you. I could have swore Snappy Builds actually had a greenhouse. It's a church kit. It's a city capital. I thought it had house kit, small town. Now we could build smaller houses. We could build little houses like they have in like that sits in like the ones that sit in whatchamacallit? Concord. Yeah. We could do those. It's even got the sunrooms. So we could build those. I bet. We could put the stairs in. We've got the foundations that we could put in. That's pretty cool. What else have we got? Metal kit? No. Classic commercial building? I don't think so. Residential? That doesn't look residential to me. Shell kit. Okay, that was the one I was sort of using before. It's a pain in the butt. So we can get that. Wallpapers. Okay, so wait, where was my, let's see here. Okay, maybe this was it. Greenhouses, here we go. Okay, so I could build a greenhouse. I just need to get the, okay. So I need flooring, basically. Where's some flooring, dude? No, that's not what I want. Okay, so we need to go back to, I think it's this one? And this one? And this one? Was it this? No, I don't want that one. There was another one. I think it was here. Let's look at this one. No, it wasn't that one. Was it this one? No, it wasn't that one. It may have been this one. Floors? Let's see. No, it wasn't that one. So maybe... Smart fences. Warehouses? Maybe, was it in warehouses? I think it might have been in warehouses. Because I like the warehouse floor like that. I like that warehouse floor. More like that. I like that. That would make a good greenhouse floor, I think. What is this? That's a... Wow, that's a big stair. Isn't that a roof? It is a roof. That's a roof. That's a roof. That's a roof. Okay. So if we use these floors, that would be good for... Okay, so let's go over here. What I want to do is I want to take, and I want to come off here, but I want to drop down. So if we go in here, and we put, okay, I need snapping on. So let's, alright, that's snapping on. See, I like these warehouse floors. I mean, to me, that'd be something like I would do in something. Anyway, okay. So now I need to drop this down, and I need to get it somewhere about here. That should give us above, okay, so we need to be above the grass. Okay. We need to be above the grass. And that's just, it's about as high above the grass. Okay. No, don't attach to that, please. No, I said don't attach. Don't. So that puts us above there. Alright, so if I go from here. Okay, so if we go from here, and then we move this over, move this over, and then we put this about there. Okay, we're inside that. Move it back, lift it, double check and see. That looks like it should fit, and it looks like it's about right. Oh, definitely, definitely. I just love the look of these. And I mean, I can always change the flooring if I want to, because I actually have wood floor covers. Okay, so that looks like it's gonna work. Let's find out. We'll bring these down. Okay, that gives us a little bit of a drop from here. We should be able to do that without a problem. Hey, Mr. J. Meister. Welcome in, good sir. Appreciate you popping in. Okay, so if we put this here, I want to leave this area open because I'm planning. We all know what that means. It's a general idea to actually use this as a, well, there's going to be a building here, but I'm going to, now that I've thought about it, I'm going to have a walkway here. I'm going to have a walkway here. I need a walkway over here so that they can come down and I can put a floor here to match up and then have steps coming down. So we're going to have to do that. How big is this stupid thing going to be? I think we're going to have to go at least this far. I don't think we'll go as far as that, but I want a decent size greenhouse. I might have to go out and get more steel, it looks like. Okay. Alright, so we got this 3 wide. I swear I've got soil somewhere. Should we go 4? Because if we go 4 to come into here, that still leaves us a fair bit of open area here that we could do something with. We're going to need defenses here. So 4 would be about the maximum I would come out. So yeah, we'll do that. Do 4. Okay, so that's 4 by what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 by 7? It's 28. I think maybe I should put one more for, no, 7 should be good. 7 should be good. Okay. Alright, now, crap. Which one was it that I had? I think it might be in here. Wasn't there? No. Resources. There we go. Okay, so this is a planter. This is a planter. That's a planter. We do have farm plots, though. That one's a farm plot, so we could technically put a farm plot in here. Should we do it with, does that take up, that takes up like 2.5. Right? Yeah, that takes up 2.5 at least. You're not helping, Bob. Let's see here. Not that one, this one. I thought I had some that was smaller. Okay, that one's basically like two of those will match up to, if we push them together a little bit, that will match up to one tile. We push them together even more, we could do that. Now, if I push them together a little bit, I can actually move. Oh, you're connected now. Fantastic. Thank you so very much. We push them together like so. And we grab you and move you over. I could theoretically, I could put something around the edging of it. But the question is, or do we do, where's the plots for, so we can do plots like this, like that. And then, how would we do that though? Say we could do it like that. I don't know. So that would be a warehouse floor. No, you're literally supposed to go on top of that one. Why are you? Okay. Make up your mind. Just pick one. I don't care. Okay, so if we put it on that one. Okay, that's foothills. That's just dirt. Okay, so that is a greenhouse planter. That looks very similar to that. That's a dirt warehouse. That's a dirt greenhouse. Do they have any half ones? I wonder if they have any half ones. It's a residential planter. It's a residential planter. I mean, we could put some of this stuff down like this. Maybe like that. I think that takes up like, does that take up like 1/2 of that? It does. So technically we could put these down. Say if we put them down like this. And then we put the walls up, and then you'd have a walkway here, walkway here, walkway here, and walkway here. But that would mean there'd be one over here, which I guess would be fine. Okay. Okay, so let's get out of that for now. Let's go back to, where was I? Which one was it? I think it was no, yes. This is greenhouses, right? Yes. Okay. So let's see here. We've got this, which we can put there. And then we have, that's a right, left, okay. We got that we can put there. And then we have, is this, no. I don't know, maybe we should go, I mean, that, no. We need some very high walls, don't we? That's not high walls. Where are the high walls? There's the high walls. We could put that there. And then put this there, and it would be like a double. Yes, that could work. But I don't think I want these here. I think I want that. I want this here. I want this. I want that here. I want this here. I want that there. So when you walk in, you're walking in right here. And you walk in on this side, and you walk in this way. So technically you could walk on the outside or the middle right here if you wanted to. Okay. So then we need to make those and do that over here. This would be the left, so we'd put that there. And then that would be the, wait, that would be the right? That would be the right. So that would go here. On there, please. Thank you. And then we don't want, no, we don't need the one with the doors. We need the one without the doors. We don't need the walls. Okay, we need that one. And then we need that one. Okay. Then we need to grab, nope, not that one. Where's just the regular walls? I think it's that one we're going to need. It's not going to need to be up there. It's going to need to be down here. Yep, there we go. Not much variation in the walls. It's okay. We're not worried about it. We can come through and put something in there to, like we can put something down on the bottom or something if we feel like it. Okay, so now we need roofs. One thing about it is the roof will not be on fire because it's made of glass. Now I had, it's a real shame that I don't have the ones from Fallout 76 in here, because if I did, that would be really, really cool. Okay, apparently it doesn't like that, so we'll put these on. Because the one from Fallout 76 actually has like windows that open, and that's really kind of nifty. Yep, there we go. I guess I could build a walkway across the top of this. I mean, I think I need to, wait, just get, no, yep, thank you. Okay, we need to go here. Okay. Alright. So I probably should put some post in here, I think. Otherwise, how do you explain this holding itself up, I guess? I'll probably put them here. I think I'll put them here. Do we have any post in here at all? No, no. Is that a post? It is a post. Okay. So maybe, okay, okay. How? Okay, so, okay, I can't see out here anymore. It's dark. Sometimes I really do dislike survival. But the sky looks cool. Alright, so let's get some sleep. Oh, it just auto-saved Miss Dust Bunny when I slept. Okay, so that looks pretty good there, actually.
How are you doing?
Put some post in because it doesn't make any sense that
It might be.
this would be standing up by itself. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to match up this with these posts here, like where these posts are. I'm going to try to make sure that post is there. Well, I need to eat. It's fine. We always have a little bit of grilled rad roach on us, don't we? Okay, so let's grab that and move it this way. Center it. That looks like it's in a good spot. It does. Look like it's in a good spot. Is that a broken window or just an open window? That's a broken window. That's broken. I want broke windows. No, 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 no. No, we're not playing that game. Let's see. Greenhouse with doorway. Yeah, no. No. Where's the unbroken? Unbroken left. That's left, so we need the right one, right? Right. We need the right one. Yeah, that one's missing one. That's right. That shouldn't be missing any windows. Nope, all windows accounted for. Excellent. Okay. About over here. Is this one? Is there any broke windows in this one? No. Good. Okay. Not that one. That one. Wait, what? Oh, okay. And then that one. Yeah, we're not doing broken windows on our greenhouse. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we need to go back in here. We need to go back to our post. The one and only post in the whole entire thing. There we go. And then we'll go here. So that needs to go right. See if we can make this be where we want it to be. That looks like it. Let's just make sure. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, next. So it should be right here. What I want to do is that would be right there. That one would be right there. And we should have, whoops, should have one more. I believe it's going to be right here. Now we can go back, have a quick look. Yep, that looks fine. Okay, that one needs to move that way a little bit. That looks good. This one needs to move just a tad that way. That one looks good. That one can go that way. That way, okay. So I'm just making sure they're about halfway on the rafter coming down. See, that's a major rafter coming down right there. And that's why the poster is there, is because this rafter is supporting the roof. So let's just check this one. Yeah, we need to move about there. That's a major rafter set up there. Okay. That looks really, really good. It's really, really good. Okay. Next thing on the agenda, what was I doing before? Let's see. We don't need all this. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's a house pad. Okay, no, we don't really need that. What do we need? I think we'll go back into, I think, was it a Snappy? There was one somewhere. You know, well, I mean, like, okay. So at the moment, I have all this hanging here. If I was literally building a deck, there is no way this wouldn't have supports on it. The only reason this is even here is for me to have a general idea. This is kind of like a layout. It's almost like having an architect draw you a plan. So like with these, like I had these wooden floors like this, and I had used all this to make up this. But there's no way that there's just no way that you would build with no supports. Like it just wouldn't happen. I mean, you could, and it's a game, and you could build without supports. But to me, it just doesn't make any sense not having any supports, because in real life, all that crap would fall down, you know? So, I mean, yeah, it's a game, but I mean, in reality, I kind of base my builds in reality. Reality says you can't build like that without people dying. And probably you dying, because if you try to build that little extension right there that I have, so let's just say this is I don't know, let's call it 6 foot. There's no way you could attach that to that without it flopping down, because that's another 6 foot. 6 foot here, you might be able to get away with if you had supports that came up under and supported it from an angle. You could probably get away with that. You wouldn't want to put a lot of weight on it, because that could be trouble. But yeah, anyway, I just build the way that makes sense to me, how I was taught to build. I was taught to actually build that way. Let's see. Look at, no, it's not under that one. Wait, is it under this one? Hang on. Maybe it's. I know the floor coverings had some stuff under it. No. Wait, back over here real quick. Base foundations. Now see, there's a base foundation there. We could do that. And then we could put that together with it if we wanted to. So if we put, let's say we put this, wait, why are you snapping over there, dude? We don't want you snapping over there. Okay. What? No, come here. Thank you. Go up. Okay. So this is concrete. We could change the concrete. We could flout. This is snappy builds because, so in snappy builds, we can actually use, what is this? Oh, that's a pathway. Okay, okay, sure. And see, like, we could do this. See, I really like that. I really, really like that. I really do. I just don't think, I guess we could do something like that. Maybe. If we could get it to, I don't know. I'd really love to see something like that. Have it sort of like this. And have a little walkway going through here. And maybe have another bit right there. And you have like, sort of have like, I mean, it's pushed into it a little bit, and obviously you don't have anything under here. We'd have to fix that. And then you could take sort of like, is Snappy Builds that also has floor coverings, right? Yes. Okay. So you could take and let's see. Look at these. All right. So yeah, like this. Like you could take and come up here and you could put that on top of that. And look how cool that would be. Like, how cool would that be? You know what I'm saying? And then you could come back over here to say wallpapers and you go to, I don't know. Have they got exteriors? I don't want a wall kit. Let's see here. No, that's not it. And that's not it. That's not it. Okay, a shared exterior. So what would that look like? Wait, what? It's cloth, so that's not going to work. What would this look like? So this should be a snappy build. Like it should snap to these walls. Apparently it doesn't. But we can do something about that. But if we go into... Not that one. Not that one. I think it was still in this one. No, it's not that one. Maybe it was in that church kit that I saw. Wait. Nope. Nope. I don't remember where it's at. Okay. Whoops. Wrong one. Okay. So not brick. Blocks. And then... Would it be? No. I think it's in dark. Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. It's that one. Okay, so we can get us like a small natural wall like this. And then we can come in here and do that. If it see like that. And then you got your nice little cool wall. Like little walkway and stuff. And then you got this. And then you could do, what is it? No. Is it no? I think it's under here. I think it's under here and under here. No, it's not that one. It's going to be under concrete. Nope, not that one. It's going to be under concrete, so I think concrete's back under USO. And then we'll go to concrete, and then we go to these. And then we get these in here. And then you pop that in there, and you pop that in there. Look at that. You got you a nice little walkway. Happy, best intentions and happy thoughts. Yeah, I think I'll pass on the best intentions and happy thoughts because I've seen what can happen if you rely on those too much. Believe me, I've literally seen it because, well, I grew up with several uncles who were all in the trades, and every single one of them would tell me in a heartbeat certain things were unacceptable. Um, Doing it the wrong way was unacceptable. So just putting that out there, as far as my uncles were concerned, doing certain things the wrong way was unacceptable. You did it the right way the first time. You made sure you did it the right way the first time. So that's sort of where I got all that from. I don't think we want marble. Um, there was one in here I found earlier. Miss um, Miss Dust Bunny saw it. I can't remember where it is to save my life at this point in time. There was a kit in here that I was looking at that I thought was really, really freaking cool. Why are we, what, industrial wall? Okay, sure. It had some stairs in it that were really, really cool. And to save my life, I cannot find the freaking things. That's a cool little corner. Except the back of it is non-existent. I think it was. Right now, I'm looking to see. There it is. I think this is it right here. I'm looking to see because I wanted to see if I could find. I wanted to see if I could find something like this, so that we can go over here and let's move. Let's put this in the workshop, that in the workshop, and that in the workshop. And then if we grab something like this. Wait, no, we need to go back and see if we can find an actual foundation somewhere. Okay, so that would be a base foundation type thing. It's a side piece of sidewalk. Bob, you. Okay, so this is like a sidewalk type thing. Well, I can completely understand that, Mr. Stu. I completely understand. What is this? This is something. Oh, this is a piece of sidewalk with a tree circle in it. Nice. Okay. All right. Oh, sure. I have no idea, but okay. Now, see, this is really cool because, like, if I build this, then I can go here. I can put that there. This is technically the support for this. And then you can come back out. Whoops, wrong one. Grab the wrong thing. And then you can come back out here and you can put that there, and that's the support. That's basically your support right there. Of course, we're not going to put that right there because, well, we're going to put that right there. So yeah, see, we have that. And then we have to go back in and find a short. Oh, it's got rails too. I wonder where those fit. Oh, they fit right there. Dude,
Was wondering if there was anything you needed help with.
Can't remember the last time
this is
I
a
had
construction
clean
site,
fingernails.
bro.
You can't
What
be
are you
serious.
doing? You can't be serious. Seriously. Jesus. I have to deal with these people. Oh my God. Okay, so if we put this, I think this is going to work out really nicely. So if we go ahead and run these this way, and yes, I know I still got a greenhouse sitting right there. I understand. I get it. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to ensure that everything goes the way I want it to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down. Like I said, I've got to build a house here, a house here, and probably a house here, which means that this is where the steps should be coming down, right here. Which means that I have to put that, whoops, not that one, nope, that one. Nope, not that. No. Okay, fine, whatever. Do that. That, okay. So, if we do this, true. Very, very, very true. Okay, so if we do this, has that got the cap on the top of it? I don't think it does. No, that does not have the cap on it. Is there a cap? Like, can you put a cap on top of that? I mean, that one has a cap. But does it actually have a cap? Who puts this shit together? Seriously. You have one here that has a cap on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, right here. You have a cap. It has a cap. Right there. Has a cap. But you don't put one with a cap? Like, you don't put the cap in here? Why would you not do that? That's just silly. Not that one. There's no cap. Like, see? Got a corner. Cap. No cap. Well, cap. Okay, that one's got cap. Where's the one that doesn't have cap? That one. No cap. No cap whatsoever. Damn it. Okay, so if I put that here, how do I make this work? I guess we put that here. Wait, what? What do you? Wait, no. That way? Is that the way we do it? I mean, it covers everything up fairly well. So I guess we could put one. Wow, that one really goes in there, doesn't it? Okay, sure, whatever. Makes you happy, dude. Let's see. Yeah, that makes sense that it would need a. Yeah, we can put one drainage. Sure. All right, you need to flip that. Can you please go there? No, you're not gonna work with me here. Of course, why would you work with me? I'm sure it's probably these. I mean, it worked fine on the other ones, but you know, anyway. Okay, so will you work with me now? Are you freaking kidding me? Thank you. Thank you I appreciate that greatly. I can't even begin to tell you how much crap. So that one's not going to. Okay, well, we will do that. No, we will do that. Yep. And then we'll add another little run through on here. Why are you... Of course. Look, I know you can fit right freaking there, okay? Because he did it. You're just being ornery at this point. No, damn it. Okay, you can do this. I have faith in you. If you can't, then we'll just do that. We'll figure it out ourselves. Did I turn snapping off or something? Must have. Okay, let me check. No, that's not all. Oh, okay. I guess it just doesn't like snapping to itself. Yeah, well, that makes perfect sense that it wouldn't like snapping to itself. All right, so that goes down. They can get a nice little walk through here. They can come down here. Let's see. Let's go back over to, where is it? There. We'll grab that. Now you should match up. You should be able to match up to, why are you not snapping to that? Are you just, okay. All right. All right. Well, so I need you to be right here, at least for the time being. Bob, 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 Bob. Can you move, Bob? Okay, you're going to get stuck in the concrete, Bob. I didn't want to, I told you to move. Okay. There we go. Nope. A bit more. There we go. All right. That was not what we wanted to do, but that's fine too. All right, so you should be able to snap to him, right? Right? Absolutely not. We refuse to snap to each other for some reason. That's fine. We can do it a different way. You know, for a mod called Snappy, it's not snapping very well. Just saying. It's not snapping very well. I mean, that looks close. Yeah, it's not. Well, it was close, but it wasn't where it should be. That's still a bit off. Alright, so where are we seeing it here? Alright, so we're going to grab another one. And we're going to see if... I got grass in my sidewalk, guys. See that? I got grass in my sidewalk. Alright, we're going to lift you up. We're going to put you right there. And then we're going to find... Wait, no. Yep. Okay, where's the other sidewalks? It's fine, because we're going to do this. Just like that. Because I just... Wait, no. I got to do the other one. That one. That's the one we're going to do. No more grass in the sidewalk. Thank you. That one's a little far away. A little bit. Whoopsies. I don't know about y'all, but I swear I just saw that shadow move like poof. I don't know. Kind of freaky. Just gonna say a little bit odd. Close enough for government work. That looks like about right. That looks like about right. That needs to move over a tad. That can go, that can go, this can go. I'm going to flip this back around. I'm going to attempt to do snapping again. Hopefully this will snap there. It does. Excellent. Snapped in the wrong spot, but that's fine. Grab it. And it did snap into the right spot then. That is excellent. And now we can actually, oh, right, because you're, okay. We're going to put that one in the shop, and you won't let us put you down, huh? Okay. All right. It's fine. We'll just do this, and that, and we'll do that. And there's still grass in my sidewalk. Ugh. Still grass in the sidewalk. It's sad, really, that I have to sit here. Whoops. Okay, so that's going to be there. I need this to be... Okay. These are off. Or either that's off. Something's off. Something is not accurate. That's not in the right spot. Yeah, that's not in the right spot. That was not in the right spot either. Now they are. Okay. Something's not right. So this one snapped here, but it snapped dead center of that. So if we put this up here, and then we pulled it down, can you snap to that? Can you snap to the bottom? Apparently not. Can you snap to the, wait, did you snap to the bottom of that? Cool. Do it again. Do it again. Now I need you to snap to the top of that one. Apparently not. Okay. Can you snap? Okay, so it snapped here, which technically if we took this and we moved it around over here, and we took that and we moved it around over here. Wait, move that. Okay, move that there. And then we move this around this way. We could, for all intents and purposes, let's see, where exactly would that be? So we could pull this way a little bit. And, okay. Where's the grass? Because the grass needs it. Okay. Move that over there. Where's that dude? I forgot to get this dude up or something. No, he's gone. Okay. So, what if we put this guy right there? Well, that wouldn't be too bad, would it? So let's move him right there. And then let's move him. No. no. Attach to him, please. Thank you. Okay, that's fine. And then why don't you attach to him? I still have grass in my walkway. I still have grass in my walkway. Alright, what if, no, I want you to go right there. What if I took this to here, and then I move that up there somewhere, and I move this over here, and then we put, no, okay, what if I moved him up out the way, and then put you over here? Would you, will you do it now? Okay, okay. And then what if we grab you and put you right there? I mean, it works. It's not pretty, but it works. Okay. And then we need to grab something. I'd say a wall. Something similar to that. And put that along there. And then that attached there, so we should be able to find this little doohickey. Put that there. And then we can put, no. Yeah, thank you. So we should be able to put that there. That covers all that up, makes that look a little bit better. Cool. And then we need, I think we need another foundation thingy like this. No, I don't want you to go there. I don't know that I want you to go there, but let's have a look-see. That's fine. Don't want you. I need you to go right there. And then we can find another... What's this? That's a railing post. Okay, sure. What is this? That's a rail. Oh, well, I mean, that makes perfect sense. Not that one. This one. This one. And you should be able to go... like that, and I want you on the back side of that going like that, and then you you know what, close enough. We're gonna flip you around. No, we're gonna flip. No, wait, what? Yep, that works. So that makes that come up with better. I mean, it'll all be hidden when I build this other one. So that'll be fine. Okay, so we got our walkway. I can probably take this and move it further down. So we'll grab this. Stick it over here. I think it's... yeah. Does that fit there? Yes, it does. Yes. No. Oh, I'm all up in the stuff over here. Okay, that's fine. Now, we should be able to grab this. And which way should we take it? I think we should take it that way. I think that's what we should do. How far back can we go here? And then maybe I need walls. I need that wall. Because that's a big wall. So we'll take him and go that way. And he gets confused sometimes when he does this. Can you move over? What? Nope. Yep. Okay, cool. You can go right there. That is perfectly fine with me. And then we'll get the short wall. And then, can you attack? No, I want you to attach to the back side of this. No, that's not the right. Yep. Can you move forward? Thank you. And then I need you to attach there, which means you can now attach to him. Which means I have to figure something out in here. That's not good. No, that's fine. And then we need to move you up a tad to there, which means I have to figure out something to do in here. Which means I also have to figure out something to do. We can do that, and then can we do that? Yeah, apparently we can. Do I have something that will make this look better? Yeah, okay, that looks good. Sure, that'll work. And then we'll make that look better. And then we need something to fix this. Okay, hang on. We have a half one. Yay! Half one doesn't work that way. Okay. How about that? Nope. One more? Can you pull it off for me? Can you? You just don't want to work with me here, do you? Do we have another one? Wait, what? No, no, I don't want that one. Can we get this one to go right? No, right there. And then that one right there. Thank you. That looks a little iffy. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so we got us a nice little walkway going. We even have a little doohickeys. Hopefully the settlers won't fall off, but you know, they're settlers, so they probably will. Which means I probably need to put something in here to make sure that they don't fall off. I don't know. I mean, I guess technically we could put that there, and then we could put this back over here. And then we could go look for a railing. I think there's railing somewhere. Yeah, there's a railing. No, yeah. Can you, okay, let's, yep, that works. Yep, that works. Sure, that works too. I don't know. Something like that. That's fine. That doesn't look like it belongs there. So can we turn you around? Can we make you fit somehow in here without, yeah. Nope, you still want to be here, don't you? And there's really nothing that you, okay. We'll put you in there, and then we'll grab him. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Then we'll grab you and move you forward, right? Really? Okay, what if we turned you around? Would you fit that? No. I mean, you fit like that. Okay, fine. Okay. Okie dokie. Sure. I'm okay with this. Apparently you're not okay with this, but guess what? You're gonna have to be. That looks sort of like where it belongs. Hopefully it does. If not, well, we'll figure it out later. For some reason, these railings just do not give me a lot of, I don't know what it is. They just, they don't, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't really, fill me with a lot of optimism about keeping people from falling off. Anyway, okay, it's fine. Are you, are you, are you, you're, you're, you're messing with me, right? No, you are. You're messing with me. Stop it. You know what? It's fine. Well, it's fine. Okay, so grab the railings. Let's put you... Oh, well, you just... Okay, sure. Whatever. Yep, Why are the railings costing me 8 concrete and look, literally look, like... There. Let's go there. They're costing me 8 concrete. 8 concrete each for these railings. 8 concrete. Are you freaking kidding me? Can you? Okay. All right. It's, oh, nope, nope. Can you work with me here? Thank you. And then we'll go to there, and that should be fine. We have railings, so at least they won't fall off. See, if I get caught up in there, it's going to be a real crap show. So that's a good thing. No, we don't want to do that. Let's get out of this, turning this on. And they look like metal or something. You know what I'm saying? But they're costing me concrete. And it's like, have you lost your mind? I have, because I was using 8 of them per thing. So yeah, you know, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Let's do some squirrel stew. That makes me nervous here. But you want to know something? I'm not going to be, I might fall off. Yeah, I probably will. Okay. So we got our walkway here. We got some nice little greenhouse happening here. And then we'll pull another walkway off here. Hopefully the next walkway will be a little bit freaking easier. Just saying. And, oh, I forgot you were over here, dude. It's fine. You're currently a roof. We've renamed you to a roof. That's what you are. You're a roof. So yeah, I think so far, it's coming up pretty well. So for those who didn't notice, we've completed this one. I still have little things to do, like putting in pantry items here. So we've got a nice little touches going on in here. This is our settlers townhouse that we're building. We got a little bit of things going on here. We got them a nice little bathroom. We got a couple of beds. So yeah, we even have a dresser and some foot lockers, so, and a hamper. I'll probably have to put up clotheslines for them somewhere. Guess what? You can do it yourself. Look, there is plenty of room between that post and that post to string a string and throw clothes on it to let them dry. There you go. Get some ingenuity going, guys. Seriously. Okay. All right. So I think so far, yeah, pretty happy with it. I don't know. I might extend this a little bit further because of this and how close this is to this. So I may actually change this into something like this area might be turned into something different. I may extend this into a garden of sorts, like the in between here and there I might turn it into a garden type area with wild fruits, if you know what I'm saying, like wild mute fruit, wild potatoes, wild what is it? Corn, things like it's going to be wild stuff. The actual greenhouse will hold regular um, veggies, whereas out here we'll hold the
Hey,
wild
boy.
veggies. And then we'll bring it over to here, and we might create paths through it because of the way that we can just kind of come off of here and just kind of go straight over to this wall here. It might be just easier to do it that way instead of attempting to build a townhouse setup between this small of a location. I will have to sit down with my plans and see if we can make that happen. Actually, it might bump up. It might bump up to about here, which is cool. There's that freaking mound of dirt right there in the middle. Yes, this will be the wild garden. Exactly, Mr. Stu. It's going to be wild. I think this is coming out pretty good. I don't know what's going on here. Apparently. I'll have to... This is somehow off a bit or something? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, this one seems off. So is that one. I'll have to come back through. I'll clean all this up before I do my next stream on here. I might redo this area too. I don't know yet. There are different ways to make stairs. A little bit easier ways to make stairs as well. But we were just testing this out. I do like this. I do like this sidewalk type area. And it's better than walking around on crunching on dirt. Anyway, all right, guys. Look, been going for about 2.5 hours now. I think we're going to call it there. Mainly because I'm starting to get a headache from staring at the screen so much. Like I said, I'm leaving this one here without power or anything until I'm absolutely ready to throw power, water, and defenses up. So it'll have beds and everything else before, it'll be basically fully built before I actually turn on the power and put up the defenses. And I'll of course stick a recruitment beacon here as well. But I think we'll call it right there, guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed. I know it was possibly a little boring because it was just a bit of building, but hopefully it gave you some ideas in regards to your own building. If nothing else, I think that, even if you're not a builder, give it a try. It's really nice in game to be able to come home to a nice little spot, if you know what I'm saying. Instead of just, well, I have a bed or a sleeping bag, and I got a couple of boxes. If you know what I'm saying. All right, guys, take care of yourselves, and we will catch you later tomorrow night. We will be back with. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Tomorrow's night, Monday, right? I don't know what Monday is right now. I'm a little tired, guys. Didn't sleep as much as I needed to today. But yeah, guys, appreciate your time, and thank you, Mr. Stu. Thank you, Mr. J Meister. Everyone that popped into the stream, greatly, greatly appreciate it. And have a great night, everybody, and we will talk to you later.